Hi, everyone. It's Dr. LaTowsky. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Today, we are going to be talking about Fraxel, and there is a live demo of one of my staff at the end. So I can't wait to talk to you about one of my favorite treatments. So we'll go ahead and start the slides now. Thank you so much for joining us. Oh, thank you, Juliana. All right, so Fraxel is one of my favorite treatments. I think everyone is a candidate for this treatment. And so I, again, am especially happy that we have so many people joining us today. We do have a promo for you. So if you purchase Fraxel for your face today, you will receive a complimentary treatment for your chest. This is huge. This is worth $1,500. And we do ask that the face and chest must be done at the same time, but that's going to be easier for you anyway. You can always add on the neck too. And this is a huge, huge deal, guys. So I'd love for you to consider that. Additionally, everyone entered, or everyone who's attending is entered in a raffle today, and we have two prizes. One is one of my favorite skincare lines, Elastin. They use cutting edge technology, and so you're going to be getting an Elastin care kit and 50 units of Jeuveau, which is also called, which is also branded as Newtox. And then a second separate prize of 50 units of Jeuveau. Again, it's very similar in concept to Botox. This is branded as Newtox. So we're super, super grateful that you're here attending this webinar. So what is Fraxel? Fraxel is a non-invasive skin resurfacing treatment. It is a laser. So it is a laser used to create a bright complexion and a youthful appearance. And it's got pretty minimal downtime compared to some of its competitors that try to do the same things. It targets aging and sun-damaged skin, which we all unfortunately have living in Arizona. And this is why everybody is a candidate for this. It stimulates the growth of new, healthy skin cells. So I am telling you, if you are over 20 years old, you are a candidate for this treatment. This treatment will slow down aging. It will improve your skin. It is long lasting because it stimulates your own collagen, which will last a long time. This laser is awesome. So because it stimulates collagen, it will reduce your fine lines. It will help with wrinkles. It will take away sunspots. In my opinion, there's nothing more effective for acne scars than the Fraxel laser. And it can help with melasma and hyperpigmentation. So this laser really does do it all. And you might say, how does it do this? This sounds too good to be true. But the reason why it can do this is because it's very, very, very versatile. I have a device with two wavelengths. So the Fraxel laser can actually be done as two different wavelengths, 1550 and a 1927. And I and the other doctors who do the procedure here will customize your treatment based on what we want to improve. So during the consultation, we'll look at you, we'll make our treatment goals, and we will customize how we treat you based on your skin, what we want to improve. So Fraxel can be used safely on the face, the neck, the chest, the hands. Those are the most important and commonly treated areas. However, I wanted to mention that Fraxel, I'm a huge, huge fan of Fraxel for scars. This can be surgical scars, acne scars, traumatic scars. This is a really, really great treatment for scars. And like I said, I think it's the best or one of the best treatments for scars. So if you know anyone who has scarring that really bothers them, this is a great treatment for them. And by the way, we don't have to we don't have to treat the full face. If someone has a scar running down their cheek, we can treat just that area. You don't have to be committed to treating the full area. And that's one of the great things about this treatment. It's very, very flexible and versatile. We can tailor it to your needs. So it works, getting a little bit into the science of it, it works by drilling down little microscopic laser columns. So it uses heat, and the heat goes into the skin in a pixelated or fractionated form. And because of that, it is very effective. The little microscopic columns can go deep into the skin, and that's how it's so effective at skin tightening. But it's also very safe because it treats the skin in a pixelated fashion. So it is a really safe and effective way for anti-aging. We talked about collagen production. The healing is more rapid than older lasers. And of course, our goal is to grow new and healthy skin cells. Someone's asking, Melissa's asking, can you do consultation and treatment same day? Absolutely. We can do it, especially if you know about the Fraxel, if you've had it before, if you have attended this webinar, we can absolutely do it same day. That's no problem. You just have to have the downtime set aside, and we can talk a little bit about this. But that's one thing. Just make sure that you have the downtime. And honestly, I've been doing a lot of these treatments during the pandemic because we have more downtime than normal. So this is a very, very common treatment to be getting right now, and now is the perfect time to do it. Hi, Joyce. And does Fraxel damage threading? No, it does not. Great question. It absolutely will not damage threading, but I usually do not recommend the Fraxel until 2 to 4 weeks after threading. Okay, so here's some before and after photos. In the first model, we see improvement in skin. She had her face, neck, and chest treated. Face, neck, and chest, one treatment. She already had beautiful skin to begin with, but look at that after picture. You can see her skin looks brighter. It looks more exfoliated. This is a photo without makeup on. I mean, look at her skin. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at her neck and chest and how healthy it looks compared to the before picture. And again, she had great skin to begin with, but once you see the after, you can just tell that her skin is now healthier. She has slowed down her aging process. Look at the scarring on the second patient. The angles are a little bit off. I apologize for that. But I think you can appreciate she has acne scarring. In the second picture, she has great improvement. She's coming back for another treatment, but this is after one treatment. This really helps with scarring. It can be life-changing for some patients. Okay, so we put numbing cream on. We let you numb for about an hour, sometimes an hour and a half. During the treatment, we also use something called a Zimmer. That's a device that blows cold air on the skin as we treat. It's very soothing during the treatment. So the combination of the numbing cream plus the cold air is enough for 99% of patients. They do not need anything else. The treatment goes very quickly. It does feel hot as I'm treating. It feels like I'm just taking my hot fingernails and scratching the area, but it does go quickly, and it results in a sunburn sensation. The sunburn sensation is annoying, but it's a familiar sensation. Patients are perfectly fine with it. It starts improving after a few hours, but it can last until bedtime the day you have the treatment done. So a lot of people are asking about downtime. For the treatments we do in our office, downtime is typically 1 week. It's not that long for all patients. And sometimes people will go somewhere and get kind of like a Fraxel with low settings. Downtime can also be tailored so it's not that long. But I typically recommend if you're going to do it, let's just go for it. Let's get our results. Downtime is 1 week. So basically what's going to happen is you're going to get red, you're going to get swollen for about 3-4 days, depending on your skin type. I'm very red and reactive. My skin is very reactive, so I tend to have 3 to 4 days of swelling. Some patients who don't have very reactive skin will only have a couple days of swelling. So that's a little bit variable. Then as your redness and swelling starting to improve, your skin's going to feel sandpapery and it's going to start to peel off. That sandpapery feeling can be, I find it kind of annoying. It feels kind of yucky, but once it peels off, it feels so smooth underneath. It's just this fresh baby skin. It's really, really worth the treatment. So here's an example of downtime. This is someone's chest. So before 24 hours, we're looking red, we're looking puffy. At 6 days, you can see it peeling. And then the after, this photo just happened to be taken at 19 days. But the chest does take a little bit longer to heal. It might be more like 10 days versus 7 days. But with the chest, it's very easy to cover up. And even if you're a little bit peely in the V-neck, it's not usually a big deal to patients. I am getting some questions. How often can you get this treatment? How many treatments needed? And how far apart? How often should someone get the Fraxel? So these are awesome questions. I'm so glad you're asking these. I recommend just for someone who has great skin and they're just looking to do something for themselves. They're looking for some self-care. They're looking to slow down aging. I usually tell patients like 1 treatment a year. So it's not something you have to constantly be coming back on. I'm not sure if our rep is watching. She probably would not be very pleased with me saying that, because if you speak with the company, a lot of times they do say 3 to 6 treatments. But it's really not necessary for most people. I do treat scars usually 3 to 6 times. But again, we can tailor that treatment. We don't have to treat the full face or the whole area wherever the scar is. So scars can be a little different. If someone is really going for it, they want to treat their chest several times, they're really self-conscious about their chest or their neck or their face, I will do treatments every 6 weeks. And the more you do this treatment, the better the skin will look. I am here to guide you. I will let you know if we should do another treatment, if we want to do something a little bit less invasive, a little bit easier with less downtime. I can help you make those decisions, or the other doctors here at the office can help you to make those decisions. And then, oh my gosh, thank you, Tanaz. I am seeing this comment from Tanaz. She has had 2 Fraxel treatments with Dr. LaTowsky, and she has had minimal issues. She went to work the next day without any concern. Thank you so much for that comment. And Jody says, can you clarify downtime? No work or no working out for a week? Very good question. I apologize for that. So downtime, I'm referring to as how you look. Are you looking normal, or are you looking like you've had a laser treatment done? You can work out immediately after this. You probably won't want to because your face will feel hot. You can, but most people are back to working out the next day. And in fact, I think it increases circulation. I think it's actually beneficial if you do resume your workouts right away. You can go to work whenever you want to. There are no restrictions on work. You just might get some questions about what procedure you had done. But you can absolutely go to work the next day. You can apply makeup the next day as well. Okay, precautions. The main thing is sun, especially here in Arizona. So sun exposure. You should not come into this after you've had a lot of sun exposure. Sun will activate the skin, specifically the melanocytes in the skin, and could result in some stress release of pigment. So we don't want that. So do not come in after you've gone on a beach vacation or you've been in a golf tournament. We want the skin to just have some quiet time out of the sun. So afterwards, I also recommend a really diligent week of sun exposure. That means if you go to get groceries, you're going to wear your SPF 50, you're going to wear a hat. And if you go to work, you're doing the same. And even indoors, I like you wearing sunscreen afterwards for a good week. But still, your skin is still healing for months afterwards. And so I do like you to be cautious. wearing a hat plus sunscreen out in the sun, even after that week's time. But the first week is really the most important time. So we talked a little bit about treatments. We are here to help you. We can help guide you. So a lot of times we do one treatment once a year. Everybody would have tighter skin and less wrinkles, less sagging, less sunspots if we all did that. Personally, I've had one treatment in fellowship and one treatment in the last year on my face, one treatment on my neck, and 2 treatments on my chest. And I am addicted to this treatment. I can't wait to get my next one on my chest. I think it just does a really great job of improving the skin. Okay, so I would say besides the downtime, the only other downside of this laser is that it is not the cheapest laser. It is an investment. It's an investment of your time and your resources. The cost to treat the face is $1,500. The cost to treat the chest is $1,500. Today, if you pre-purchase, you purchase Fraxel of your face, we will throw in your chest at no additional cost, which I think is awesome, because who couldn't use some texture improvement on the chest, especially if you spent any time in Arizona. And so in order to take advantage of that, you have to let us know by the end of the day. So we're asking you to prepay and to let us know by the end of the day. We have now a dedicated cosmetic line, which you can see on the screen. You can email us at the email cosmetics@cleardermatology.net. You can call our regular number. There are multiple ways to get a hold of us. I'd love for you to take advantage of this promo. And then I also would invite the attendees today to, if you know a friend who has been on the fence about this, who's been thinking about this, we will honor the promo for them as long as they book today. But we're going to rely on you guys to spread the message. So if you have a friend who might benefit or a family member, we just wanted to extend this promo to them as well. But it's not something we're going to advertise. Let me look at just a couple of questions here. Face treatment does not include the neck. The neck we can add on. If you do the neck the same day, I believe it's $800 to add it on. So it's a little bit less than if you come in to do the neck. If you come in to do the neck, it's I think it's $1,200. Obviously, we can let you know that exact number when you come in. I will be opening a few more slots because I'm pretty booked up right now for cosmetic treatments. And so I'm going to be opening up some special Fraxel slots. I would love for you guys to think about this during these cool months. This is the best time to have Fraxel. Yes, I do the treatment during the summer, but really it's just a lot easier for the patient to have it during the cooler months when the sun rays are less intense and the weather is cooler. Oh my gosh, someone says, I'm ready, ! I love that. Thank you for your enthusiasm. And if you purchase, can you wait till after the first of the year to book? Absolutely. This is not something that a lot of people can just do tomorrow. You really want to, plan out your next week afterwards. So you can purchase, you can use it next year. That's completely fine. Are there any other questions? And I might have missed some because the screen keeps moving, but if there's any questions I missed, we can always send them out in an email too. What about spacing of Botox? That's a really great point too. Botox should be done 2 weeks prior to or 2 weeks after treatment. I like to have Botox in place prior to treatment because studies shown, this has actually been proven. If you are not wrinkling the skin when you're healing, you will get better results. You will have more improvement of the wrinkles if you have Botox or something similar like Jeuveau, Nutox, in place before you do the Fraxel. So you would wait 2 weeks after Botox or something similar, Botox fillers, etc. Aftercare, we give you everything you need for aftercare. We give you full size products and we give you some smaller wound care products So we give you a whole packet of things that you will use after treatment for the next week to 2 weeks afterwards. This does not affect facial filler. That's a very good question. Does not affect facial filler, but I will have you wait 2 weeks after you get filler to do the Fraxel, or you want to wait probably like a month after having Fraxel to do this, to do filler, because you want to have all the swelling, minimum of 2 weeks, but you want to have all the swelling go down before you do your filler. Can you do Fraxel if you've treated squamous cell with 5-fluorouracil? You know, that is an awesome question. Thank you, Amy, so much for asking that, because believe it or not, this treatment is actually FDA approved for treating precancers, for treating pre-squamous cell cancers with this laser. Now, it is not sent through insurance. It is never sent through insurance. So that's not necessarily our first line, but if you have precancers, this laser can improve them. And I actually have a really awesome before and after picture when you come in for a consult of this gentleman. He came in for cosmetic purposes, but he had a ton of precancers, and we got rid of 99% of his precancers with the treatment, as well as meeting his cosmetic goals. So you can absolutely have Fraxel if you've had skin cancer, if you have current precancers, and if you've treated with 5-fluorouracil. I'd probably wait till it was completely healed. You know, it can still be a little pink, but you don't want it to be scabby anymore. Probably 2 to 4 weeks after you've stopped the 5-fluorouracil. So, okay. I am going to jump to the demo. Other questions, we absolutely welcome. Please submit them, and we will get back to you in one form or another. So, but here we go. We're going to go treat my beautiful patient right now. So we're going to pause the camera real quick, and I'm going to gear up and position myself here. We're all positioned, and this is Jenna. She is our wonderful, research coordinator. She has had one treatment before, and we are targeting overall skin rejuvenation, and we are also targeting some old acne scars, which most people wouldn't notice, but she sees them, and so we're just trying to improve them. And just like I said, overall skin tone and texture, anti-aging. And this is what I just did here. This is a little test, but this is a really great example. You can see the little pixelated nature of this treatment. So I did this bigger treatment here, this one with the larger holes, because I'm turning the energy up. I want the energy to go very deep into her skin and help those acne scars. But you can see there's other holes, and those we can just adjust. The size changes depending on the energy that I'm using and what I'm treating, etc. But I can adjust it very precisely with the settings I put into the laser. This is extremely customizable, and that's why everybody's a good candidate for it. So when I start the laser, it's going to get very loud. You won't be able to hear me. And so we'll just do a few minutes of laser treatment, and then we're going to let you go. But thank you, everyone, so much for attending. And hope to see you soon.
All right, you ready, Gemma?
Ready.
All right, we'll start with your forehead, okay? All right, so going right here. How was that? Good? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, cool. Good job. Good, okay? Good. Turn a little bit. Thank you. Was that the center? Okay. All right, and her forehead is treated. Thanks, guys.